So tomorrow, the Gaslight Anthem's latest album, Handwritten, gets released to the public. I pre-ordered the LP. It came a day early, so I got a chance, which I was really happy about, to check it out tonight. This is the cover of it, and the back. I'll go a little more in-depth into the LP itself. I just wanted to give my thoughts on the album after giving it a few spins. First off, I'm a pretty big fan of the Gaslight Anthem. I mean, Sink or Swim and 59 Sound are two of my favorite records. I think they're just absolutely great. Sink or Swim is more of a punk rock vibe, but 59 Sound is just perfect mix of classic rock and punk rock. It's amazing. And ever since those two, I've been a huge Gaslight fan. I love all their music, and I was certainly excited for this newest released Handwritten. It's been 2 years now since, let's just get them all out of the way, since American Slang was released, which it took me a while to warm up to this one. It was quite different than the last two releases. There was a lot more influences from stuff like doo-wop and what else? A lot of stuff on this one. Much different. I mean, it was still good, still a good record, but it didn't capture my heart the way Sink or Swim or 59 sounded. So I was hoping maybe Handwritten would go back to the old style of 59 Sound and capture my joy and love again. And while it kind of did, it's definitely reverts back. I'll hold it up while I talk about it. Handwritten definitely this is just rock and roll, just straight up rock and fucking roll. That's what this is. Good rock and roll. I mean, it's still got some of that slight punk influence, but it's moved beyond that, and it's much more in the sort of alternative rock, classic rock realm. That's what it's sort of in now. Really loud, just loud electric guitars. This could be played at like arenas and stuff like that. It's really big music. And overall, after a few listens, I'm definitely into it. I think I like this more than American Slang the first time I heard it, but it doesn't really strike me as something that will compare it to 59 Sound or Sink or Swim. And again, I think that's because of the punk influence that was sort of lost on this LP. But just going over the tracks on this, the opening track is 45, which is the single to the album. It's been out for a while now. Hell, why not? Might as well just show it too. Hold on one second. So yeah, I have that too. The single that was released before with a B-side of cover of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, "You Got Lucky," which is a great cover. But so 45 was the title track on this, the starter, and it's a great song. It sort of reminds me, the riff of the song kind of has a post-hardcore vibe. It reminds me a lot of Hot Water Music. I think it's a great single. It's catchy. It's perfect single material. The second song, Handwritten, is my favorite track on the album so far. I just think it's a fantastic song. And there's such great lyrics on it. One that specifically stands out to me, and the gatefold opens up and you got the lyrics on there. And the lyric that specifically stood out that I thought was great was, "Pages plead forgiveness, every word handwritten." I just think that's so awesome. That is a fantastic lyric. So yeah, Handwritten is a great song. And then track 3 is "Here Comes My Man," which first listen, I didn't really like it. Second listen, kind of warm up to it a little bit more, but it's definitely not my favorite. It's sung from the point of view of a woman, I guess, who's being treated horribly by her current boyfriend, and it's kind of hard to relate to that. I guess I could see why they maybe did it to be different, but I always have trouble relating to that when male bands kind of take the point of view of a woman. It's just awkward, in my opinion. Track 4 is Mulholland Drive, which I'm assuming is based off the fantastic David Lynch film from the early 2000s. The lyrics don't really relate to the movie, but I mean the title track does, or the title of it does. And I dig Mulholland Drive. I think it's a good song. And then there's Keepsake, which again, it kind of fits in with Mulholland Drive. It's a good one. Not really much else to say about it. I enjoyed it. And then flip the side over, and the first track on side B is Too Much Blood, which is sort of a ballad. It's really slow. Kind of reminds me of, on 59 Sound, the song "Even Cowgirls Get the Blues." Something about it, they kind of remind me of they would go together well. I don't know. So it's a mellow, it's sort of a ballad. And then you got the track after that is Howl, which is a kick-ass song. It's my second favorite on this after Handwritten. Just a fast punk song. Really fun. It reminds me a lot of the band The Loved Ones, this band from Philadelphia that Gaslight have played. They've toured with a while, so I wouldn't be surprised if they were influenced by the loved ones on that track. Third song on that side is Biloxi Parish, which has a killer riff. Just absolutely love the riff in this song. It's a really good song. And then track 4 on this one is Desire, which, again, it kind of fits in with Keepsake and Mulholland Drive. Just a couple of good guitar rock songs. Nothing really special about them, but they're just enjoyable songs. And track 5, May, reminds me a lot of Springsteen. 59 sound for this band. That album was very, very Springsteen influenced, which was kind of lost on American Slang. And this one, for the most part, there isn't that heavy of Springsteen influence. But the song May really, really reminds me of Springsteen. It's got really Springsteen-esque lyrics in it. Maybe I could find that one lyric that I thought was Springsteen-esque. Where is it? Something about in my faded jeans and faraway eyes and salty carnival kiss. I mean, that's so Springsteen. And then the final song on this album is National Anthem, which has a very Bob Dylan-esque, just the way that it's just an acoustic guitar song, and it just the guitar is played. I could just see it being a Bob Dylan song if it wasn't for Brian Fallon's vocals, which sound completely different. But very good. It's different than all the other acoustic stuff they played. It's just very, very soft and quiet. It's a great acoustic song. And Brian Fallon's voice on this, on some of the songs, especially, God, what's the one? I believe it's Too Much Blood. His voice is just so powerful. He's got a great voice. But yeah, this is their first release on a major label. It's on Mercury. The other 3 releases were for indie labels, and you could definitely hear the difference in production. This is much, much more well produced and louder and bigger, and it's definitely good. At this point, I've only given it a few spins. Definitely need to listen to it a lot more, see how it grows on me. But out of 10, I'd probably give it right now 7.5 out of 10, maybe an 8. I definitely dig it. It's definitely a really good. I really like it so far, but some of those songs need to warm up to me. I don't know if they will. But from the ones I've heard, there's definitely quite a few kick-ass songs on this. And another great album by Gaslight Anthem. Yeah, so if anyone out there watching this also likes Gaslight, and you've heard this album so far, what do you think about it? Or what's your favorite Gaslight album? Oh, and I wanted to show you, talking about this came, because it's the first release of it. I pre-ordered it on a limited edition clear blue vinyl. Absolutely beautiful vinyl here. And yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching my humble little review of Gaslight Anthem.